This father and son were the last two cavemen of the Ice Age. To survive the winter, they had no choice but to eat frozen raw meat. The father took a bite and chewed it with difficulty, feeling extremely cold. The son beside him also took a bite, and suddenly his stomach growled loudly. Just then, a loud fart echoed through the entire cave, and the father quickly ran out. But when he looked down, he realized it was already too late. The frozen meat in his hand had turned green from the smell. He brought it close to his nose and the pungent odor hit his head. With no other choice, the father threw the frozen meat off the cliff. This was not the first time his son had ruined their food. A cold wind blew, and the father turned to see his son standing at the cave entrance. The boy looked very guilty. The father went over to comfort him. To make sure his son didn't go hungry, the father put on animal skins, picked up a spear, and set out to hunt. As the sky grew darker, the father finally returned to the cave. He placed a plate of fresh meat in front of his son. The father sat down on the ground, his arms swollen and red from the cold. But just then, the son's stomach growled again. The father quickly pushed his son away, holding the food close to his chest. He told his son to go outside and solve the problem before coming back. The son had no choice but to run out of the cave, feeling upset. The father was about to eat when he worried about his son being unsafe outside. He went out of the cave and saw that hail was falling from the sky. A bolt of lightning struck the ground right in front of the father. He dropped the food and hurried to find his son. The hail kept falling, but the son was nowhere to be seen. The father was very worried. He looked around everywhere, not caring about the danger. Just then, he heard a noise behind him. The son slid down from the top of the cave. He had found a branch that had been struck by lightning. Out of curiosity, the son brought the burning branch back into the cave. They discovered fire for the first time. The father looked at it curiously, thinking about what it tasted like. Suddenly, the son's stomach growled again, and this time it caused an even bigger explosion. Both father and son were covered in ash. But then, a pile of dry wood caught fire. In the cold winter, they finally had a fire to keep warm. Their raw meat fell into the fire and got cooked. The father picked up the meat and took a bite. It tasted delicious. They hugged each other happily because they could finally survive the winter without eating raw meat anymore.